It's time to climax. I'm John Rethlin with my review of New Japan Pro Wrestling's G1 Climax 30 Night 1 event. We have a young line match and then block action, so A block and then B block, A block, B, all that stuff and so on into infinity or until the finals when we come up with a different card. And it should be pretty interesting to see what New Japan does for the rest of this tournament. Honestly, not a bad start. There are a couple criticisms I will have, but let me know what you guys think of the six-match format in the comments, because it keeps the focus on the block action. You don't do so many of the tag previews like you did in previous years, which at times work, but at times also just kind of, I think, drain the crowd a little bit almost, and you can keep the focus just on the tournament and build the anticipation for these matches. So anyway, we have young lion action, Yuya Uemura and Yota Tsuji, clean shaven but with a lot more hair, some nice mat work, good submission wrestling. Yota's going to be a star. Yuya Uemura with that high gable grip is fucking beautiful. And then also the Lion Tamer variation that he did to get the victory. It's going to be interesting to see how these guys feud in the future after they go on excursion, once things hopefully get a little more back to normal. And then we can see what they'll do with the new gimmick and everything. So then we get to the first of 5 A block matches. The Tokyo Blonde Pimp, Yujiro Takahashi, now with full blonde hair, versus the Aerial Ass. That's what I'm calling Will Ospreay now. He is the Aerial Ass until he apologizes for what he fucking did, and you guys know what he fucking did. There are different levels to things you should apologize for, and guess what he should do? He should fucking apologize. He is a tremendous wrestler, and if he wasn't a fucking douchebag and wasn't a fucking idiot, then maybe I wouldn't be saying this stuff. I almost regret putting him as my number 2 wrestler last year. But then again, now with the shitty personality that he clearly has had, maybe number 2 was appropriate. As for this match, if I just take my biases out of it, honestly, this match is okay. It wasn't bad. Yujiro, this is probably the most motivated he's been in a while. And yes, the Aerial Ass has put on, some good weight and everything. So he is more of a heavyweight and still has the agility. The match was fine for what it was. Yujiro did have some nice reversals and then Stormbreaker for 3. There you go. That's your lot right there. And then he cuts a promo. There's no reason to be nervous because I am Will Ospreay. I am the best wrestler in the world. Okada exists in the same group you're in, Will. I mean, God, I thought you were hitting the head. I didn't think you were hitting the head that goddamn much. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Answers in the comments, please. So, we get Jeff Cobb versus Taichi. Look, Taichi, by the way, bleaching his hair a little bit more. I mean, he's still got the dark part. But does the usual heel tactics. If he would just fucking be motivated like he was here, like he has been against Tomohiro Ishii, I'd be more interested in Taichi here. This is a pretty good match. It certainly was not that bad. I love Jeff Cobb. I really do, but I don't know what that beard is. He really needs to shave. But, great delayed vertical. He had standing moonsault for 2. Taichi with some great kicks and some great strikes and reversals. Axe bomber. 3, side suplex attempts. Well, he had 2 and then hit, Jeff Cobb went for a really big one. Hitting some great power moves, but in the end, Black Mephisto 1, 2, 3, and Taichi got the victory. Then we go to intermission so they can do the cleaning. And then we get Tomohiro Ishii versus Minoru Suzuki. What the fuck do you want me to say about a match where these two guys just beat the piss out of each other? I mean, just beat the hell out of each other. They were slugging each other, cracking each other with kicks, with fists, with, some brutal headbutts. This was really, really good shit. I mean, how could it not be good? How could it not be good? I can't say, I can't even, praise this match like by calling out move for move because it was just them beating the hell out of each other. It was really, really good stuff. I actually thought, honestly, that they were going to give Ishii the victory just to set up a possible never openweight championship match in the future. But nope, Minoru Suzuki eventually got the Gotcha-style piledriver, 1, 2, 3. But this was really good. This was the first of, a couple matches I thought were... this is one of the 2 matches I thought was worth really going back and watching. I may actually add this to my favorite matches of the year. Suzuki, it's remarkable in his early 50s, is able to deliver performances like this. Red Shoes comes out for the last 2 matches. We get Jay White with Gato versus Shingo, and look, I'm just going to say right now that Jay White's probably going to win this tournament, and my interest in said tournament will probably, interest in the Tokyo Dome main event will go down at least by half. It's not that Jay White's bad. He's just not a top guy. He's just fucking not. Yes, there is being a heel, but you know what? This is the same repetitive shit they've been doing with Gato for a while. And even that, Jay White was good when he turned on Kenny Omega, when he had that match with Juice Robinson at the G1 special at the Cow Palace. Jay White's capable of having good matches. This wasn't bad, but Shingo was having to carry quite a bit of this. Yes, Jay was doing his usual stalling and everything, and you can do repetitive stuff if it's interesting. The problem is Jay White, once the bell rings, he's Jay White. He doesn't have quite the chops to really carry a match, at least in my opinion. You can let me know what you think in the comments, but some good reversals. Shingo picked things up, and we got some, good action, like with, some good strikes at the back and some, and made in Japan for 2. And then we get the Gato interference and the ref bump and the cheating and rinse, repeat and all this bullshit. And then we get Blade Runner for 3. My interest just goes down when they do the same stuff. It's like, just have Jay win clean. Have him win clean. He can win clean. You do that a little more often and him just be more aggressive, then you'll actually get my attention. So we get Okada versus Ibushi. This is how you close the show. It's Okada versus Ibushi. What do you want me to say? Their match at in the Dome, which feels like 6 fucking years ago. 2020 has lasted a long goddamn time. May still be my favorite match of the year, or at least damn close. It starts slow with the usual, Okada building stuff up and everything, and then it picks up. We get, great drop kick by Kota, and then he lands on his neck a few times. Kota hates his own neck. I don't fucking get it. Okada goes for the clutch multiple times, locks it on a couple times. Moonsault, Asai moonsault by Kota outside. Hurricanrana that he recovered from, he almost slipped. He recovered from beautifully, but God, that could have been so scary. Very stiff kicks, and then suddenly he hits 2. Okada hits 2 drop kicks, and then suddenly he gets a powerbomb variation. Kota does, and then hits Kamigoye soon after 1, 2, 3. So he sort of avenges his loss in the Dome, and maybe we could actually see Kota repeat. I'd like to see it. I just don't think it'll happen. But yeah, Kota Ibushi beats Okada. That's a big goddamn deal. That was some pretty good stuff. But let me know what you guys have to say in the comments. I would say it's a pretty good success, but I want to know what you guys have to say. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Rethlin. I'll see you soon.